As the nation continues to search for a solution to the issues that have been raised by the young people that took to the streets for 3 weeks in a row, the Senate, for a second time, discussed the state of the nation, calling out opulence in government at the expense of the people. The senators now want the head of state to take a second look at his cabinet and do the necessary thing, which is to dissolve it, claiming it is not serving the president well.
Expectations of the nation. It could be too early. But of course, the promises were in the next 100 days, in the next 3 months, we shall have this and that. Honorable Speaker, we made some confessions. We made some promises that this government will be comprised of Mawambogas, the young people, border. And it was a common phrase, not exactly for the president, for anybody. That was the talk of Kenya Kwanza. Honorable Speaker, what we have seen in return is total contrast to what the promises were. The boys that are routing today in the streets, in the campaigns, we expected them to be in positions. But in return, Honorable Speaker, we have witnessed and we have seen some recycled corrupt faces in this government.
The people who mattered were the leaders and owners of parties. Today, the true bosses are the youngsters, the Gen Zs, our brothers and sisters, our sons and daughters. Mr. Speaker, I heard the president say that he wants to set up certain committees to go around the country to find out what the youth want. But why do you ask for a job when you don't know what the people who elected you want, Mr. Speaker? And sometimes we can propose a lot of things, and yet the solutions lie here in this constitution.
Senators further want a re-evaluation of the nation's direction, calling for responsible leadership.
2 years would have lapsed in the first term of government. It is about time for the president to be able to really look very, very deeply into whether or not political reward has really managed to help him manage the political government into delivering the result that is required. I say this because I have first-hand experience on many issues. I have examples of cabinet secretaries. I am a co-principal in Kenya Kwanza, but I have cabinet secretaries in this government that have tried to really look for, try to make phone calls to, not for personal issue, but issues affecting the public that have elected us into office to represent them.
They are protests that expose the nation's underbelly, protests that brought about a rude awakening to the political class that the future of the nation had their eyes on their representatives.
Mr. Speaker, will not be the Gen Z. It will be us in office. It will be the wickedness in high places. It will be the principalities and powers that reside in State House, that reside in this Senate, and that reside in the National Assembly that will take us there. If we are the problem, then the Gen Zs have all legitimate rights to kick us out.